Hey everybody, what's up from Roll, Minnesota, your state of skate. Hey, I'm Butch Lehman, and today we're in for another episode of Rolling Reactions. In today's episode, we're checking in with a skater that I have tremendous respect for, another one of our great international bladers out there, and he just received what I believe is his first pro skate ever from FR Skates. His name, Antony Pottier, and he's absolutely amazing. Originally, it was his park skating that drew me in years and years ago when he was back skating the Razors podcast. But his street skills are very innovative. He's got a creative mind for his tricks, and that's something I really appreciate as a viewer. Anyway, he recently put out a promotional edit for FR Skate, and I haven't seen it yet, so this one we're going to watch together for the first time, and then we'll take a look back at some of his older stuff, because, again, he's a legend. This guy deserves all your respect and support, and that's what I'm here to do, is give him some of my respect and support. Anyway, guys, let's roll into it. Here they are, the skates that I was talking about. Admittedly, I know almost nothing about this skate or this skate brand, but I'm looking forward to seeing how they do out on the market. And again, I couldn't think of a more deserving guy that's been part of the industry for a long time, deserving of that recognition. So already we've got some really cinematic shots here, and you guys know that I love this type of B-roll, where it can really establish the environment of the video. Now again, most of my experience background with watching Antony skate is at skate parks, and already, you know, he's mixing things up with the toe roll. The spin out of that doesn't really make sense to me. You guys have watched me commenting on that before. Toe rolls are like witchcraft for me. It's a trick that is incredibly technical that I don't fully understand. It's not something I've ever personally mastered. Always digging his style. I think that's something that's really developed for him over the years, is he's really developed his own unique brand of skating. Like even using that ledge on the roll-off, almost like a stair bash. Something that's pretty unconventional by, you know, yesteryear's standards. That was nice. Love that switch up going into the TTP. And that is a picturesque fish. You guys know I love the fish brain grind, and really cool obstacle on that one. Really great feeling grinding sea rails and sea ledges. For those of you that have had the opportunity to have one of those at like your local park or maybe a street spot, the way it sucks you in around the curve, really great feeling. There's not really much else that compares to that. All right, putting together some of those park skills in the street. Oh, I forgot about his cess slides. Yeah, he is amazing at the Unity cess slide, and that's another trick that, like, personally, I really enjoy doing. So, a man after my own heart there on that one. Great 540. Looking a little abstract on the spin out. Speaking of going around the curves, we got another curve with a really big fat rail. This trick was viral. This was a clip on all the social media platforms, and I absolutely love this. This one's amazing. Spin around. It's like a topsole to fast plant hurricane topsole. Kind of weird setup down at the bottom with those tires. Not really sure what's going on down there, but that trick is probably my favorite one in this edit. Top mistrial. It's a scary trick. You guys know I'm afraid of the sweaties. And really nice architectural shot here. This is the kind of thing that I bet is way harder to skate than it looks, especially since it's so narrow. Really cool spot. Great promotion for the skates. They look really cool. I'm, again, excited to see how the industry receives them. So congrats. All right, so this is the edit that I most commonly think of when I think of Antony Pottier's skating. And first of all, props to this park. This park looks absolutely amazing. And this is back in his days of skating with Razor. I'm a big supporter of Razor skates. They're my personal favorites. But this edit was absolutely fire. Like, he knows how to shred a park. We're actually going to get a couple different parks here. Massive 180 just blasting out of that. Of course, following it up with the 540. I've said this before, but I feel like Europe is blessed with all of the best parks. At least the type of parks that I would prefer skating. Got like the round boxes, the big transitions, the transfers. This is my kind of skating right here. So this has some nostalgia for me. This type of skating, this edit brings me back. You guys are going to see some pretty crazy technical switch-ups like that one. That's another trick that I actually do, and it's one of my favorite switch-ups to do, but it's a very difficult one to lock into and to be able to anticipate the spin. Got the true spin Mizu. Really nice 360 out. Again, abstract on the legs when you're crossing them up. And it's those little details that make it look so much nicer. Big kink rail. Got the TP. front royale. Not looking very nice on the landing with the ground. Like, he landed and rolled away perfectly, but that ground was looking pretty rough. TTP. Famous spot right there. I believe those are the Barcelona ledges. I wonder if they have multiple ledges like that, actually. Somebody, if you know or have ever been there, that setup looked a little bit different than the more popular ones that I've seen. Maybe it's at the same spot. Really cool ledge, though. That's a switch up that I really like, too. The TP to, like, budget around switch TTP. Fish stall coming back the other way. Cess slide. Yeah, and getting that abstract 360 out. One of the things that I liked about these original Razor podcast videos that they covered, Razor threw out a lot more content back in these days, but it had a really good mix of representation from different parts of the world, and also a good mix of park clips, street clips, and you're seeing that in this edit from Antony. I think sometimes there's like this persistent attitude that every edit that's going to be posted for real has to be a street edit, or it has to be exclusively a park edit. And for me, skating is skating. Like, if you're going to do impressive tricks and film them, there's no reason you can't mash those two together. And this is a good testament to that, in my opinion. Big drop rail there. This clip was actually on the thumbnail. Little mute grab, out, sole down. And those types of transitions are really steep and can be deadly to skate. I remember he had a pretty rough hip fall here. Yeah. You guys have ever done that, underspun something and just come out right on the hip? It's a killer. I actually wear hip guards when I skate now, little hip pads that go under the pants, because I took out my hip pretty bad on a trick like that. By the way, this first angle for that fish stall, absolutely pivotal because you can see the drop over the side, and that's a dangerous trick. I like this line, it's really smooth. It carries the speed in. Value top acid. Takes it to the big one, the hard spin acid. Really nice line. I'm also kind of a sucker, personally, for having symmetry in my lines. I was actually talking with a buddy about this recently, but I have a hard time like doing a line with different tricks in it, unless they're all the same variation of the same base trick, like all soul grinds. Really cool edit, though. That's the one that I remember him from, and Razor's doing big things back in those days and still around today, years and years later. All right, this next edit is titled Park Rat Edit, and I know sometimes that's used in a derogatory fashion, but I absolutely love some park skating, especially when you can come in with the type of creativity and style that Antony brings to the skate park. You're always going to see something innovative and new, which I love. Got the whole crew out to this one, and it starts out with a bang. Like, there's some weird stuff happening here. For example, we got the true topsoul transferring into topsoul on the weird, like, S-rail thing. I have no idea why there's just this disembodied rail sitting at the skate park, but they put it to good use throughout this edit. We actually have the same skate ramp company here in Minnesota, Rhino Ramps. Seems kind of random. I didn't realize it was in Europe. That's like the textbook fish brain, though. If you're going to fish brain and rocket it out like that, that's how you do it right there. Backslide, true spin soul, fakie 5 out. Again, putting that S rail to use. Like, you got a whole skate park to skate, and we're inventing spots here. I don't know what to say. That fish was sick, though. That was awesome. Ooh. Doing the whole thing there. Coming in with some speed. Got the TTP. Again, it's like, I know park skating isn't necessarily for everyone, but how can you not appreciate this unique approach to it? Like, there's just so much possibilities. Going into cess slide here, super cool. Carrying some speed back into the transition there. Did the textbook fish brain earlier, now we got the textbook backslide. And this is something that I've never understood, how people are able to like carry spinning cess slides into grinds. I know there's been some pretty well-known sections of like Billy O'Neill doing those types of things, and like Julian Ba. It's amazing to me. Beautiful fish. I could watch fish brains like that all day. Little double roller. We used to have one of those at Overpass Skate Park, and that thing was pretty cool. We're going way back in the day, talking like 15, 20 years ago. That was cool. That was like a really weird angle into a bull carve, fakie 720 out. I can respect that. What else we got? Going up and over the hump. True spin, top acid. Difficult trick. Like, out of all the true spins, I would say that one's probably the second most difficult for me personally. True spin kind grind being the hardest. I know that's maybe weird for some people. A lot of people would have trouble with the true spin fish, but that one's actually one of the safer ones for me personally. What do we got next? Carrying the grab into the true Macchio. Just looked really over his shoulder nonchalantly, like, yeah, this isn't anything. Going into soul on that one. Really weird obstacle here. Like, I'm not sure why, but that looked like AstroTurf to me, like fake artificial turf. And that just seemed like a really weird placement if it was at the skate park. Going up. Ooh, the crossover. Man, I didn't see that one coming. A disaster. I'm liking this. This is my type of skating right here. Catching some air. Going 360 topsoul to Royale, down and around. Man, he must have been carrying a lot of speed at that too. These slow-mo angles are taking away a little bit. Like, they make it look, you know, good and give you a chance to process the trick, but when you're carrying that type of speed, sometimes the speed adds an element of danger that's interesting to see in the clip. Oh, I remember this one. This is the fish brain to end all fish brains. Going through the curve, doing the whole thing, rocketed out. Some of the best fish brains in the game, if I'm being honest. Going up. Fakie 5. There's got to be more. What's the next piece of this? Yeah, that spinning cess slide. And a really quick true spin top acid. Getting lines for days now. You guys know I absolutely love the Hurricane topsoul, so I'll take that disaster Hurricane topsoul. Ooh. That's an ender. That is a park ender for sure. Anyway, guys, these are just some of the many amazing sections produced by Antony Pottier. Congratulations, man, on your pro skate with FR. If I'm recalling correctly, that's the first pro skate that he's received. Again, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I think it's long overdue, much deserved, and I always love seeing bladers that have been out there establishing themselves for a number of years, developing and building the community, finally get some of the respect and recognition within the industry side of things. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you do, man. It's always a pleasure to watch your skating. Love the creative approach, love the park skating, even the street skating is solid. Just really good all-around skater, and I think we're fortunate to have you as part of the blading family. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up this one for Rolling Reactions. I'm Butch Lehman of Roll, Minnesota, reminding you until next time to stay safe, stay healthy, and get out there and do some blading. Till next time, peace, everybody.